When COVID-19 took over the world 3 years ago, the government spent billions of dollars supplying people with masks, tests, and vaccines. Today, a new report showed that some of that money used here in Minnesota for pandemic relief was not spent correctly.
Danny Spiewak looked into where things went wrong. He joins us now with more. Danny?
Well, Randy and Julie, to be clear, first of all, the Office of the Legislative Auditor in Minnesota did not find fraud or abuse in emergency COVID spending. And for the most part, auditors say that state agencies followed the rules, but they did find some faults.
The early months of the pandemic created some confusion for state government.
This isn't something that any of us have lived through before.
Absolutely. Yes, it was definitely an eventful time. And
Deputy Legislative Auditor Lori Lyson is part of the team that reviewed emergency spending during the first year of the pandemic.
There is opportunity during that time for fraud, waste, and abuse because there's an influx of money coming in.
In a report released Thursday, the Office of the Legislative Auditor did not find any fraud or waste across state agencies.
But our report does show some areas of weakness.
For example, auditors found that the Minnesota Department of Health did not maintain accurate inventory records at a warehouse storing masks, COVID-19 tests, and other supplies. Plus, they found that all of the MDH warehouse employees had access to inventory records without proper controls.
And no one would have known whether or not somebody had taken out a significant amount of supplies like hand sanitizer or masks.
In response, MDH disputed some of the findings. The agency noted how COVID created extreme urgency for warehouse operations and that we did not have the luxury of time to be methodical in our planning. But the report looked beyond MDH. Auditors found problems in other agencies' emergency purchasing, including the Department of Education. The audit claims that $75,000 in purchase of a trauma toolkit that had been in the works since before the pandemic shouldn't be considered an emergency, although the department disagreed.
And so it's really recognizing the importance of having those strong policies and procedures in place.
The audit also found that the governor's office spent more than $2,000 on federal COVID relief dollars for civil unrest. In a written response, the governor's chief of staff said that they've since removed that money from being charged through COVID relief.